Welcome back to SGE TV. As always, we're going to start off reviewing the answers from this week's quiz. Advisors, if you have not yet given the quiz, please pause the video now so students can complete the quiz.
Okay, let's review. Question 1. When writing an essay or short answer for an SGE application, you should start off with stating your name. A, true, or B, false. The SGE already knows your name from the application form. The correct answer is B. They already know you don't need to start your essay or short answer that way.
Question 2. When writing an essay or short answer for an SGE application, you should include a short personal story that connects to why you are interested in that SGE. A, true, B, false. The correct answer is A. A personal story is the best way to stand out and get the reviewer's attention.
Last question. Question 3. A short answer of 250 words is about equal to A regular complete sentence, B, a regular 5 to 8 sentence paragraph, C, an essay, or D, a book. The correct answer is B. 250 words is no sweat and way shorter than you may think.
Now, let's go on with our topic today. Requesting teacher recommendations for your SGE applications.
We are going to take some commonly asked questions from students about teacher recommendations. Today we are also going to get some teachers to answer these questions for us. I'm excited to have these student and teacher guest stars on today's episode. So let's start off with our first student question. Take it away.
What do I need to do on a teacher recommendation form?
Brianna, that's a great question. First, you need to put your name on the recommendation form. If I receive a recommendation form that has no name, I don't know who to write the recommendation for, and I'll throw it in the trash. Second, you need to also write the name of the program you're applying for. And finally, your advisor must sign the form as well. Their signature indicates that you have finished the essay, or if your program doesn't have an essay, it tells me that you and your advisor have talked about the program and you're ready for the recommendation. Finally, make sure you complete the box telling me how the recommendation should be written, meaning the bottom half of the form tells me that if I'm filling it out online or if it's a letter that has to be mailed.
Thanks. That is great advice. Let's move on to our next student question and teacher answer.
I always feel awkward or embarrassed at asking my teacher for a letter of recommendation. When is the best time to ask them?
The best time for you to ask a teacher for a letter of recommendation is before or after class, or another time when a teacher is not busy with students. So not during the middle of class, raising your hand and holding up a recommendation. That is not what you should do. Since teachers are focused on teaching, you should also tell the teacher the name of the program you're applying to and explain that you need a recommendation, and telling us the due date is also really helpful so we kind of know the timeline we need to do it in. It's also nice if you tell us why you're asking us. And you should also end the conversation by saying, thank you for writing this recommendation. I know that you have lots to do and this is extra work and I'm so grateful that you're doing it. So, that's all.
That is great advice. Let's listen to our last student question and teacher answer.
So far, I'm applying for 3 SGEs, and I need a teacher's recommendation. Should I ask 3 different teachers, or do I just ask the same teacher again?
Even though it seems like you might be bugging the same teacher, it is actually better to consistently ask the same teacher for your recommendation. This is actually less work for the teacher. You see, if I've already written a recommendation for a student, I can easily adjust the recommendation for 3 different programs. Instead of 3 different teachers, each writing a page-long recommendation, it is simpler for one teacher to take care of them for you. The only exception is if the program asks for a teacher from a specific content to write your recommendation. For example, in the case of a STEM program, if they want a math or science teacher to write your recommendation, you should ask them even if you did not initially ask them. You must get a recommendation from your math teacher. You must get a recommendation from your science teacher. You should note that some college applications also specify wanting a specific teacher, math or English, to write recommendations.
Well, that about wraps up our question and answer portion of today's lesson.
That's right. I want to give a special thanks to those guest stars, and I hope that they have helped clear up some questions about our teacher recommendations.
A moment of truth. One time I really procrastinated and didn't take the time to really look through an SGE application packet in the way I should have. So all of a sudden the application was due in 5 days. I really wanted to apply, so I decided to go ahead and complete the full application in just 3 days. That meant I asked my teacher 3 days in advance of the program due date.
How did that go? I bet your teacher felt a little annoyed.
Yes, they weren't happy with me. They did write the recommendation because it was a short online form, but I bet if the program had required a full letter application, they would have told me no.
I bet so too. Make sure to give teachers and staff enough advance warning so they have time to get everything done. Your goal is to give them the recommendation request form at least 1 week before it's due. Remember that some things you will want to plan out in your SGE agenda.
Next up are a few commercials for SGEs accepting applications.